Ah, Wisconsin. America's dairyland. Home of the cheeseheads. Paradise for alcohol lovers and the 30th state of the United States of America. The Badger State is definitely unique. Many people seem to either love it or hate it for its beer drinking, cheese curd eating, lumber chopping way of life. I love it for a different reason. You see, in the heart of Wisconsin's North Woods, snugly placed between the Great Lakes of Lake Superior and Lake Michigan, lies the city of Rhinelander. Some cities are known for their tall skyscrapers. Some are known for their love of weed and snowboarding. But Rhinelander? Oh, Rhinelander is home to something much more interesting. It's home to the Hodag. Hello everyone, and welcome to Wicked Encounters, where we explore just what goes bump in the night. I'm your host, Allie, and today we're going to talk about the Hodag. The Hodag is a legendary creature that is said to inhabit the forests of northern Wisconsin, especially around the town of Rhinelander. It's described as a large, green, lizard-like animal with a froggish face, bull horns, spikes, and a long tail, sometimes described as being similar to a stegosaurus's in appearance. It has a fierce appearance and a terrifying roar, though it is also described as being very cunning and mischievous. Well, this is its original description at least. In the 2015 version of Fearsome Creatures, the Hodag had a glow-up, or down, depending on who you ask. It's now described as being a 3,000-pound carnivorous bull-horned rhinoceros with a spiny back whose tears are gem-like. Personally, I like the original version more. You can't beat the classics, and it seems that most of Rhinelander agrees with me. Speaking of Rhinelander, there are very few places that just take to their local cryptid as completely as Rhinelander, Wisconsin. Like, this place loves the Hodag, with a large fiberglass statue of it in front of their Chamber of Commerce. The Rhinelander website is basically a massive fan site to the cryptid as well, calling Rhinelander the home of the Hodag and having multiple pages dedicated to its history, what it looks like, what it eats, if it was mentioned in Scooby-Doo, and its connection to Harry Potter. They even have a page that poses the question, what does Rhinelander think of the Hodag? And the first sentence is this: in short, the Hodag is family. If that doesn't explain that Rhinelander seems to love their official mascot, I don't know what does. Numerous buildings display the Hodag prominently. While doing my little Google flyby, I literally found a car lot that displayed the guy. Look, it's right there! He's the official mascot of their high school. He's in bottles of the Milwaukee-based Spreacher Brewing Company's watermelon soda. There's Hodag Park that has the Hodag water ski shows, the Hodag Dome, Hodag Snow Trails, the Hodag Store, 97.3 Hodag Country, Hodag Farmers Market, Hodag Run for Your Life, a 5K, 10K half marathon. They host the Hodag Country Festival that has thousands of people show for country music, and it's hosted every year since 1978. These people's love of the Hodag makes it look like I only kinda like werewolves, I mean the paranormal, with no particular leanings towards any specific creature. The Hodag itself is a monster that lumberjacks would tell each other roamed the Northwood forests. Legend said that the Hodag was a reincarnated spirit of the hard-working oxen that assisted the lumberjacks in dragging logs from the forest to where they needed to go. Even then, there are Hodag stories that predate the logging days, with some historians believing that the Hodag resembles pictographs near Lake Superior that showed Mishipeshu, the Okiboy water panther. Mishipeshu translates directly into the Great Lynx, despite being a water panther. Translations can get complicated. It's a creature said to symbolize the lake it resides in, Lake Superior, capable of causing devastating storms, whirlpools, and massive waves. Considering that Lake Superior can generate 9-meter waves on the regular, yeah, I can see it. Mishipeshu travels through underwater tunnels and roars a hiss that resembles rushing water. Lake Superior is, well, superior. It contains more water than the other Great Lakes combined, and is sometimes viewed as an inland sea, as it is the biggest freshwater lake in the world by surface area. What comes with its size is beautiful scenery, but also rapids, whirlpools, raging waters, and fierce storms. These events were said to be caused by Michipeshu, who passes its time by causing death and misfortune while guarding copper on Michipicoten Island. Please forgive me if I mispronounced that. Unless you give him tobacco. Apparently the kitty is a bit of a smoker, so give him a bit of that tobacco and he'll give you safe passage. Maybe. I don't think the Hodag is as much of a fan of tobacco, though. The Hodag was first reported by Eugene Shepard in 1893. Eugene was a lumberman, resort operator, and humorist. You see, Eugene had a reputation for being a practical jokester. He would commonly make sketches illustrating the Paul Bunyan legend, and they were good enough that many people in the lumber trade had seen them. But back to 1893. Eugene had gone after the Hodag with a group of men using hunting dogs, rifles, dynamite, and squirt guns loaded with poison water. I don't know what kind of poison that would be. Like unclean water or water with cyanide in it? I mean, would a creature even be affected by unclean water, since I don't think they usually drink clean water? Either way, their first attempt was unsuccessful. They ended up killing the Hodag with dynamite. It exploded. But the second attempt was another story, with Eugene claiming to have captured an actual living Hodag using dynamite and chloroform in 1896. He displayed the creature at the Oneida County Fair, where it attracted many curious visitors. Onlookers paid 10 cents to get a glimpse of the creature in a dark tent, where it sat on the other side of the tent and growled and shook about, sending most of the already nervous viewers running. Soon, word of the captured Hodag spread through newspapers locally, then through the states, and finally, it became national news. A few scientists from the Smithsonian Institution in Washington, D.C., were curious about the creature and announced that they would travel to Rhinelander to inspect the newly discovered creature. And that was when it was revealed that the Hodag was actually a hoax, made of wood, leather, and animal parts. Shepard admitted that he created the Hodag as a prank to fool the public and the press. Upon casual observation, Eugene was a practical jokester, and he created the Hodag because he's a prankster and it was an easy way for him to make money. However, the Hodag had long-lasting importance to the area. As discussed, Rhinelander loves the Hodag, and it's become a very profitable promotional project, attracting many people to the area. Rhinelander started as a lumber-based city, but in 1896, a mere 14 years after it was founded, it was beginning to crumble. They were running out of the very pine forests that had the city pop up overnight, and already half of the sawmills in Rhinelander had closed, with others needing to extend their operation further and further away. With the Hodag bringing so much attention, it was able to turn from a lumber focus to an agricultural development with the support it needed. Decades later, in regards to the Hodag and keeping Rhinelander going, Eugene Shepard had the following to say. By no means is all the progress to be credited to the Hodag, but the Hodag did his bit. Not only hundreds, but thousands of people came to view it, and not one of them went away without having learned a little more about northern Wisconsin, and it is safe to guess that each one of those thousands told others what they had seen and heard. In this way, the beauties, opportunities, and resources of northern Wisconsin spread, and many who came out of curiosity only have come to make their home with us. Long live the Hodag. Well, there you have it. The Hodag is indeed a hoax, an amalgamation of woodland items put together to keep a city going. The same city who celebrates its big green beastie every chance it gets, even today. But what do you think? Do you think there's a chance of a real Hodag being out in the wild? Maybe an actual water panther, Michipeshu? Do you admire how openly Rhinelander celebrates the Hodag? Or do you maybe find it a bit cringe? If you liked this video and want to see more, the subscribe button is a great option. So is hitting the bell notification. I had fun learning about why Rhinelander and Wisconsin as a whole adore the Hodag, and I hope you did too. With that, I'm Allie, this is Wicked Encounters, and I'll see you next time. Bye!